Hello, Park Meadows. It is your favorite youth director again. It's my turn for the devotionals. As you can see, not in my office. I am in fact over at my parents' house down at the river bottom here, having a little fire. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but I realized the last couple days there was a guy. I don't know if you know this, but my second job is working with Streets Alive. I'm a house monitor at one of their recovery houses, and one of the guys that lived there came down with symptoms. And so we all had to isolate, and I was given the choice to stay in the house with them or leave for a few days. So I decided to come out to my parents' house here and frankly have a bit of a break. Test came back. He doesn't have coronavirus, so no worries there. I'll be heading back to that house tomorrow. And I kind of realized this would be maybe my last time for a bit to take a breath, to slow down, to think, have some alone time with God. So I decided to come down here and have a fire. Maybe not the best choice, but it is a choice. It's just gorgeous down here. I'll do a little pan around using the selfie camera. I don't know how good that was, but that's where I'm sitting, just having a fire, relaxing and having a chance to think before I get back into things. And when I had time to look at James' sermon from Sunday, and I was quite encouraged. I think sometimes when we look at hard times, we can compare and we can be like, oh, well, how are you struggling? Like, I know somebody who had X and X experience that was 10 times worse than your experience, so you should be fine. But that's not how hardships work. Hardships are about how you experience it, right? So I might go through something and it might be the most difficult thing I've ever gone through. Other people will have gone through harder things, and that's just the way life is. But at the moment, we're all going through this together, and not everyone's experiencing hardship the same way. Some of us are part of the essential services and others are not, right? And so some people have their jobs and some people don't. I thought James did a great job of just being very honest about the fact that we are in a hard time and that we need to embrace it. We need to look at this as a chance to learn, and I know for myself, I'm learning a lot about spending alone time. I'm pretty bad at it, and so that kind of results in me not spending a ton of time with God. I'm a doer. I like to go and go and go and go and go. I don't really take breaks. I just kind of just work, bury myself in work. And not to say that work isn't happening still. I'm still trying to connect with the youth. In fact, this Thursday, there'll be an email going out, an email for this Thursday. We're going to do a big Zoom meeting with all the youth, and that should be fun. But it has slowed down. There's been time where there's only so much Netflix you can watch, so many podcasts you can listen to before, there's not much else to do. And this, for me, the hardship, thankfully, thank God, I haven't had to worry about money because you guys as a church continue to bless me and bless my work, and I really appreciate that. But I have had to spend some time alone, and I've been learning that a lot. And the craziest thing happened. One time I was so bored, I started reading my Bible, right? Crazy stuff outside of my normal reading. That's right. I normally read right before bed. And I was just so bored. And I decided, I better pick up my Bible, I guess. I started reading. And I was like, man, this is God. God wrote this for me and for you. And there's story after story after story of God redeeming his people through difficult times. Using difficult times to his advantage, using them well. And all of those stories, I look at them and I think, oh man, because I was thinking about James' sermon and I was like, trying to figure out how to embrace hardship and how to learn from it. And not to say that I'm going through tremendous hardship sitting here having a fire down by the river by myself, enjoying life. But, how do I embrace this alone time that I'm experiencing? How do I learn from this? And when I was looking at these stories of individuals who were put through difficult times and how God used them, it wasn't that they came to some amazing revelation of truth. It wasn't anything like that. They simply said, here I am, use me. They said, all right, I don't know what you want from me, but I know that you want me. So I'll stand up and I'll start working. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I'm qualified. I don't know if I'm up to the task, but here I am, Lord. You think of Gideon, one of the judges. He said, I'm the lowest of my tribe and the lowest of my family. And God said, no, you're the one. Because if I use you, people will know that it is me. He will know that it was God and nothing else. So that would be my encouragement and reflection upon James' sermon. Figure out what this time is for you. What is God trying to teach you? How do we lean into this difficult time and come out of it refined and purified, as James was saying on Sunday? How do we let God work through us? And I would encourage us and say that the way to do that is to simply say, here I am. Use me. Do what you want with me. So I hope this video finds you well and healthy and hopefully somewhat sane, sitting in the house and going stir crazy. But we all love you still, and God bless you, and take care.